can beat him with the world match play.
81.
They've had a few right old ding-dongs as well. I remember a game at the Grand Slam when they were kind of giving it large to each other, mocking each other. I think Wright kind of stumbled on the hockey and Adrian sort of mimicked what he'd just done and claimed that he'd done it on purpose. They've had a few sort of testosterone-fueled affairs, but this one is calm at the moment.
140.
140. Now then, Adrian Lewis, Shanghai finish, and it needs to go. That's awkward. Can he make his way through to the treble 20? He can't on this occasion.
60.
Just the 60 now. Peter Wright should get one dart at tops. He may get two at double 10, but for another break of throw and a 4-1 lead.
Well, he does get two at double 10, and not a dart hasn't been missed yet. It has now. Of course it has. Because we decided to mention it in the previous leg. And Adrian Lewis, well, he hasn't missed a dart at a double.
Yet. Double 10, back to the centre of the hockey. Ooh, and did not like that at all. Peter Wright returns. Adrian Lewis has not managed to hold his throwers yet. Is that going to continue? Double 2. It is going to continue. Peter Wright, 4-1 up, 2 legs away from his first UK Open Qualifier victory.
Yeah, he just is Mr. Consistent, isn't he? I was saying in the semi-final, as he looks to fill up with a maximum and does. Peter Wright, he's reached the quarterfinals at least of everything since October.
100.
Yeah, I have to say, going into the World Championship, I thought Peter Wright, behind Michael van Gerwen, had been the most consistent player over the last 12 months. Something special about Gary Anderson, though, at the World Championship, and ultimately he proved it by beating him in the semi-finals. It was one of Wright's poorer performances. He'd been very, very good up until that point, I have to say.
Yeah, it seems that Wright's got the knack of going deep into tournaments, but Anderson's got the knack of winning them.
Well, Peter Wright is still, you look at his rise over the last few years, he's made £1.3 million in prize money from darts. Now, and in a relatively short space of time, for a bloke who was fitting tyres in East Anglia prior to returning to the PDC. It's not bad, is it? And to be number 3 in the world, as I've said many times before, number 3 in the world without winning a major title. 138's not going, but he's going to set himself up nicely. Yeah, it's just testament to how, A, he plays everything, and B, when he plays in things, he's usually going deep.
He certainly is, but I think this would be a big confidence boost at the start of the year, as Lewis also sets it up very nicely, to get in the winner's circle straight away. As we said, it has been a while, around 10 months, since he tasted tournament victory. And he could be one leg away if he hits double top. Needs to come south slightly.
36.
Too far.
Well, Adrian Lewis didn't punish Wright for 2 missed darts in the last leg. He does this time, and it's another break of throw. There's still only the one hold in this game. And Adrian Lewis needs to stop that trend right now and hold throw to close the gap to 1. He came from 3-1 and 4-2 down against Ricky Evans in the semi-final.
45.
Yeah, you can see he's getting frustrated.
Well, likewise for Adrian, it's a big match for him to win a title early on in the year. If anything has been levelled at Adrian Lewis over the last few years, it's that he doesn't win enough darts tournaments for the ability that he's got.
Yeah, of course. And Adrian Lewis himself will say, when I play my best, I'll beat anybody. And I think there are very few people in the world of darts that disagree with that. I think Michael van Gerwen at his best is the best in the world. And there are a number of guys playing their best can throw 100-teens averages, and this man is one of them, Peter Wright, as he fires in a second 180. But Adrian Lewis just has something special. He makes the game look so easy.
100.
And you don't win 2 world titles and a couple of other major titles, the European Championship and UK Open, of course, a former UK Open champion. And I believe he beat Terry Jenkins in that final with 110 average. But back-to-back 1080s for Peter Wright. He is closing in on this seventh leg, and to go within one of the title. But back comes A.D. Lewis.
Well, there's a ton in front of him, Peter Wright. Treble 20 for double. Now his turn to go tops. But he misses, and Lewis has a chance
60.
to move within a leg.
May only get the one dart, but he gets two, double 8. 4-3, clinical stuff, Adrian Lewis. And that's the first time he's managed to hold throw. Peter Wright didn't have a dart there, but 2 darts at double top. Same situation that AD managed to conjure up earlier on. He hit it successfully, Peter Wright couldn't, and that may well be the difference in this game.
Yeah, and as we were talking in the previous leg, that's what Adrian Lewis has got that Peter Wright hasn't. Major titles, big TV wins. We mentioned the UK Open, double world champion. Peter Wright's been in plenty of big TV finals. He's been in the UK Open final the last 2 years. Keeps running into Michael van Gerwen, doesn't he? But he's not, people say he's the next Terry Jenkins. He's not been thrashed in those finals, has he, in the way that Adrian dismantled Jenkins in the UK Open final?
Yeah, exactly. And he has had some
60.
hidings from MVG, but then again, everybody's had hidings from MVG, including Adrian Lewis. I remember World Championship semi-final, he was done to 0. But Peter Wright has got close. I think he had was it 121 to win the World Series finals? He didn't get a shot at it. Michael van Gerwen went out 1-2-8 to take it to a deciding leg and then threw an 11 darter or something ridiculous like that. But there have been little chinks in the MVG armour that suggest that Peter Wright could have the beating of him in one of those games. Only it's happened once for him to get that title, and maybe that opens the floodgates, who knows?
And he believes that he's improving year on year. And the evidence suggests that he's correct in his own assessment. Now Lewis really needs to find a treble here.
45.
Couldn't hunt one down, so they're both on big finishers, but you'd make Wright favourite to move a leg away from victory.
They're both nice finishers though, aren't they? 2 treble 20s for a familiar double, and the 1-4-4's not going, so A.D. Lewis will look at that one that Raymond van Barneveld loves so much. 2 treble 20s for double 18. Could be a game changer. Could be a game changer. What a lie that is. Oh, could not follow it. And Adrian Lewis doesn't get a dart at double 18. Peter Wright will get 2 darts for a 5-3 lead.
Yeah, both of these players know that nothing is safe. Any checkout is achievable. 1 dart now. And he's missed it. And Lewis has a chance to restore parity. Double 8 for 4 apiece.
To draw level.
Game shot.
And there it is, Adrian Lewis. 3 consecutive legs for jackpot. He does draw level. And I have to say, when that first dart in a single 16 went in for Peter Wright, I thought it was a wonderful guide for him to slide alongside. Misses twice outside. And Adrian Lewis now throwing to go into the lead for the first time in the match. This has echoes of his game against Ricky Evans, where Evans got into the lead and missed a few doubles in consecutive legs. That is what has happened with Peter Wright. He missed a couple of darts in the 6th leg. He didn't give himself a shot at 100 in the next leg, and in that last leg he's missed 2 darts as well. And Adrian Lewis, look, he may have got a little bit of luck in the last couple of games. He's just got to make the most of it.
Yeah, the marathon man today, Adrian Lewis. Certainly not a sprint to these titles, and Adrian Lewis now
100.
finds himself in pole position in an effective race to 2.
Yeah, very different situation from last year when A.D. Lewis won this title. He's just knocked 60 out the board. It didn't look loose. It did not look loose. It looked safe to have another go at the treble 20. You put it in the single, but it's just caught the flight and just yanked one of the darts out.
A bit of bad luck like that in a game involving players of this quality could cost him the title.
Well, it could do. Wright hasn't punished him, but an extra 60 points here would make it so much different. You'd only be looking at a ton 40 to leave himself double top. As it is it a ton 40 to leave 100?
Yeah, started making up for it there, but Wright can put a big hole in this. Oh, and he finds another treble, bottom corner to apply the pressure. Lewis must be thinking, how's my luck? Can he find treble? Tops, tops. He's done it before. He's done it before.
80.
Oh, it's just underneath. I couldn't really tell from the shadow. I thought it was in.
It looked in. It really did. I thought he'd pulled another rabbit out the hat, Adrian Lewis, but he's relying on Wright missing this 68. 56 left. Double top, one dart at it. Take it out, he's the favourite. Fail to, Lewis is. And he takes it out. A tale of two double tops there. Adrian Lewis unable to follow his second dart into the double top bed. Peter Wright, one dart at it, strikes, and Snakebite is a leg away, and he has the throw as he looks to claim his first UK Open Qualifier title.
Yeah, and the extra 60 points would have left Adrian Lewis on double top with 3 clear darts if he'd scored the same in the subsequent visit. We will never know what he would have done, but he's shaking his head in the background. He feels a little bit unlucky, a little bit confused. He had his chance still,
100.
but now he finds himself needing to break Wright to take it to a decider.
Yeah, well, look, there's never a good time for that to happen, but it must really hurt in a final when there's 10 grand up 100. For grabs, and it happens in the 9th leg and you get broken. But all is not lost for Adrian Lewis. Needs to find that treble bed there just below.
100.
Good last dart.
How he found that, I'll never know. But Wright, 40 in front, plus these. Yeah, good visit from Peter Wright. 1-3-1 left. Adrian Lewis needs a lot, really. Needs 140 to leave a finish, and that's not going to happen. So Peter Wright is going to have at least 2 visits to clean up 1-3-1 and win his first UK Open Qualifier title.
Well, he's not going to take it out. He went the bull with that last dart because the 25 would have left 156, which is better than having to use the bull for a big finish over 160. But by hitting the bull, he didn't really get that much benefit. An extra 10 points would have made it a little bit easier. But Adrian Lewis has just put a little bit of pressure on. He's asked the question. Peter Wright, he has gone through spells of missing doubles, but he does not miss now. Peter Wright claims his first UK Open qualifying title, wins UK Open Qualifier 1. AD Lewis still can't believe that 60 falling out the board. But a 6-4 victory for Wright, seeing off the world number 4. He'd already beaten the likes of James Wade today. That was a fabulous game, a worthy winner. And we'll see them tomorrow for UK Open Qualifier 2 here from the Robin Park Arena in Wigan.
Welcome to the Dart Show.